often wondered how you sound to others? Or have you asked yourself, is my voice working for me or against me? Hi everyone! Assalamualaikum! Welcome back to my channel, The Nervous Speaker. For today's episode, we are going to talk about your voice. Yes, you heard it right. Your speaking voice. Our voice reveals our gender, our feelings, our attitude, and even our personality. And yet, most of us are very complacent when it comes to using our voice appropriately. So why do we need to know our voice? Why do we have to improve our speaking voice? Because the way you use your voice will have an impact on how you sound to your listeners. We all want to be a positive and confident speaker, right? So this means that you need to work on your vocal image, a positive vocal image. Well, guys, actually, there are 5 ways in which you can achieve this. These are actually basic. You have heard about it. Siguro when you were in your high school, you have heard about it. Yung first is the rate of your speech. The rate of your speech is how you speak or how you utter words in your speech. The speed, okay, and the flow of words in your speech will actually matter on how your listener perceived your message. Okay, the rule of the thumb is actually very simple. If it's something very important, slow down. Big sabihin, say it slowly, especially if it's a unfamiliar concept or a difficult, complex idea. You need to slow down so that your listeners can understand it. If it's something very significant, you want to emphasize the words, slow down, because you want the words to sink in, to be processed by your listener. So, yun ang rate of speech, right? So, importante yung using the rate of speech. Now, remember this. If you are using the default rate, ibig sabihin, consistent, kung ano na lang yung naisip mo, yun na yun, dire-diretso na lang ka, that becomes so boring. So, the rate of speech depends on your message or the words you are going to utter. Okay? Number 2, the level of volume. The level of volume is how you use your volume to make your speech engaging or to emphasize a point. If you use the right level of volume, you will come out as authoritative, as calm, controlled speaker, which means that you actually believe what you're saying. Because when you speak in a low level of volume, parang ang dating, unsure ka sa message mo. You're not so sure of your speech. Hindi ka masyadong prepared. Yun ang point doon. But what I'm saying is, hindi naman po pwede na parating malakas yung volume. Kumbaga, high level of volume parati. It also depends on the physical setting. So, say for example, you're inside the room, tapos yung kausap mo is just 1, friend mo lang, then from a scale of 1 to 10, siguro yung volume is 3. But say for example, you're talking to a group of people, say, more than 50. So, 50 individuals. Tapos, you are inside a gymnasium. So, malaki yung space, right? Then, you need to raise the level of your volume. Okay, what if gumagamit ka ng microphone? Tama. Yung microphone, it's a tool to help us para marinig ng kausap mo. Pero see to it, when you use your microphone, you also use it properly. Not too near sa mouth mo because it becomes annoying. Masakit siya sa tenga pag masyadong malapit yung microphone sa bibig mo. So, tamang-tama lang, yung parang ganyan. And then, erase mo lang yung level of volume mo if you want to emphasize. Kung gusto mo parang you want to emphasize certain words or certain, utterances or sentences sa message mo. Yun ang volume. Number 3, your pitch. Okay, have you heard of people talking and then at first, they get the listener's interest and then in the middle, nanonotice mo yung mga listeners parang nagzo-zone out na. Yung kaya ba na nagmarites na. Yung kaya ba na nagpikil na sinjualan iwan sing kahawa, charis. So, ano yung problema sa speaker na ganito? Usually, most often than not, ang problema is, yung speaker is monotonous. Ibig sabihin, yung tone ng boses niya, the pitch ng boses niya is actually consistent. From start to finish, parang robotic lang. Walang pataas, walang pababa. So, importante rin yung pitch in the sense that if it's something that is like a complex idea, tapos gusto mo siya, then your pitch should be like normal lang. But if you want to excite your listener, then you can use the high pitch. Or if it's a question, then you may use the high pitch. Ang pangit naman tingnan na you're asking a question, pero yung pitch mo is flat. You cannot speak in a flat voice, di ba? Because you will lose your audience and that's so boring. And we do not want that. So, yun. Yung pitch mo, i-vary mo dapat. So, dugaing-dugaing mo. Bukod siya, dire-diretso lang yung pagbisara mo. Like, Assalamualaikum, yari ako rin diha alupan niyo, ang bisarahon ko kanyo. Ano na? Malawak kayo mo yung mga listeners mo. Yan sila alupan mo physically, pero mentally, hindi sila nakikinig sa'yo. Number 4, tone. Yung tono ng boses mo, yan ang emotion. That's the emotion. You need to feel your words. And how can you feel your words? You have to be authentic. You have to sound sincere. And you have to be vulnerable. Ibig sabihin, if it's a sad, makaulong or makasusa yung bisara mo, yung beta mo, then dapat kakitaan din na dagbus mo, malalay ko magbisara, in bayho mo sabi, nasususara. Bangsaw pama, nagdirihil ka bulansang, ibig sabihin, you're compelling them to do something about it. Then, yung tono ng boses mo is very fast, makusog, pataasan mo yung volume. Very emotional ka. You need to reveal your emotion. Ano yung mga emotions na core emotions? Fear, disgust, happiness, sadness, surprise, anger. These are the emotions that you need to show. And it can be revealed sa tone ng boses mo. So, diba? Na-notice niyo may mga speakers tayo na parang napakasimple ng message. Pero, parang di ko magkulap. Why? Kasi ginamit niya yung tone na tama. Kung minsan kasi it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. I know, it sounds so cliche. Narinig niyo na yan. But that's the truth. Minsan na isab ko magbisara, kaya nga, minsan pa mangiimbisara mo, bang mahantap yung pagbisara mo, dumatong siya pa listeners marayaw. Minsan pa sa marayaw in himumungan mo, bang nagkakaslakaw, imuulakaw, ingwa niya is mangi. Ito yung tone. Pinaka-last, yung pause. Ano yung pause? Pause is actually a short break or a short interruption sa flow ng speech mo. And why do we need to pause? Actually, you can use pause strategically. You can use pause if parang nakita mo na yung mga audience mo, way na magdungog kayo. Nagmarites na hadya. Pakain-pakain na hadya. In kaya parang nagkatul na si mga taikod nila. In kaya parang niya ito nagkapot sin cellphone. Pause. When you become silent, you get the attention of your listener. So, umatot sila kayo mo. Kasi may tao nagundong si pagdisarahan mo. And then after that, you get back to the topic. Say for example, you paused, and then you get back to the topic, you get their attention, and in the process, you noticed na hindi pa rin sila nakikinig sa'yo. Ibig sabihin, yung sinasabi mo, hindi siya interesting or hindi siya engaging. It is not beneficial to your listener. So what do? You stop. You cut short your speech, even though prepared ka. Kaya nga as a speaker, you need to be flexible. So, minsan pakulong mo, ay sayang naman, ginawa ko ng 15 slides, tapusin ko na to. No, stop it. Because nobody is listening to you. Diba? What's the reason why do we talk to people? Because you want to be understood, para kita kahatihan. So, bang way na magdungog ka to, then shut up. There's nothing to talk about. Am I right? So, okay. So, yung another strategic use ng pause is, sometimes you speak too fast. And then, kaubusan ka hangin. Yun, dapat nagpo-pause ka. Kasi yung pause, parang it's also one way para sa speaker to breathe. Ba't siya makanapas? Bukod siya ang kaubusan na siya napas. Ang pangit tingnan. Mangi siya dagbus at urin, especially pag yato ka in front of your audience. Another strategic use of pause. Bangsaw pa makaw, you want to say something that is really meaningful. Mabaya mo sila parang kahatin nila tuod para mag-gets nila talaga kung ano yung gusto mong sabihin. Then, pause. After pause, you say it. And then you pause. You're giving them time to process your words. Diba? So, ano naman ang mangyayari? Say for example, mangsaw pa ako, nagbisara, mabiskay ko ito magbisara. Tapos, in between half flows in speech mo, in taod si mga ideas na sana, if you only use pause, it could have been heard, mas kedungukan, mas kedihilan siya, significance. But because you did not use pause, just nawala. You need to work on this. Okay, if you feel that, ang hirap naman, it's so easier said than done. Maluhay lang naman yan, bistarahon. I know. But trust me when I say this. If you really work harder, and if you're willing to fail and do it again, you can have in no time at all, have a positive vocal image. See, what's the use? You have something to say, but you don't know how to say it. Diba? So, importante yun siya. Masyadong emotional ang girl. Okay, guys. So, yun na yun. So, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you've learned something new. And if not, feeling mo parang, narinig ko na yan, well, it was a gentle reminder for you to get back to basic. Kasi kung minsan parang, beri ba kita umingat magbisara, beri ba kita magkuha, parang ang dami-dami na nating binabasa, or we watch too many videos on how to be a good communicator, on how to be a better communicator. Pero we forget kung ano yung basic. Yung sinabi ko sa inyo, these are actually basic. I think you've heard it when you were in your high school, right? You agreed? Okay, guys. So, yun. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you like this video. Please share your thoughts on this, and please comment down kung ano yung mga gusto nyo pag-uusapan natin. I'll be more than willing to talk about it in my next video. Charis. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.